pantomime is somewhat of a curious creature, yet wonderfully entertaining and very, very Christmassy. So, Inspire was pleasantly surprised to find out there was a pantomime right here in Pattaya. You join me now at the venue Cabaret Rooms in Jomtien to find out more. The Pattaya Players, Pattaya's only community theatre troupe, are frantically buzzing around in anticipation of their opening night at Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
You go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
But why stage a panto here in Pattaya? And who are the Pattaya Players? Founder and director Chris Parsons explains more.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, Debbie Kavanagh and myself, who were both thespians and very interested in the theater, realized that there really wasn't anything in Pattaya that allowed for theatrical arts. And so we slowly started to talk to people, get them interested, and found that there was quite a calling of people who wanted to put on productions. And also, I think it added a different culture to Pattaya, one that was certainly missing.
This particular panto script is quite a new take on the old favourite, with a fairy well godmother added into the story, who magically turns an unwitting human family into a bunch of bears. This Goldilocks retelling is anything but traditional. So where does an idea such as this come about? We've spoken to writer-director Ray Lightbrown, who sheds a little light on the background and motivation for this story.
When we first started with Pattaya Players, most of the people in it were American, and when I said, well, maybe for Christmas time we could have a pantomime, and they said, oh, like Marcel Marceau. And I said, no. And I tried to explain British fun. Oh, it sounds too corny, it sounds too cheesy. That's the appeal.
Actually, at first I didn't want to do a panto because I'm an American and I don't know the history of pantos, so I had to do a lot of research. Of course, we have a lot of British people here in Pattaya, and so I was keen to move ahead with the first one 3 years ago because I just heard the groundswell from what they were saying. And again, a panto is a piece that's so missing here in Pattaya, that it's something that families can celebrate, that adults can enjoy, that children can enjoy, and it's fun for everyone. So it seemed like a natural fit, and from the first one we did, it was a great hit. We did Aladdin, last year we did Cinderella, and now here we are with Goldilocks.
Sing another one. Probably will sing another one. And he sang the song. Make the fan voice.
Having got the basic story written, I've then got to pad it out, because the basic story is very straightforward. Who's been eating my porridge? Who's been sitting in my chair? It can be over and done with within 10 minutes. So I start adding characters to it, depending on who's available to play the parts. And in some cases we'll have scenes where it has nothing to do with the story at all. It's quite extraneous what they're doing, but it's to get the two levels of communication going, because panto is about entertaining children, but also not boring the adults by putting in a little bit of double entendre, so that the adults are laughing at some things which the kids are over the top of their heads. But it's just a question of everybody having fun.
Lot is not a happy one. Oh, constabulary duty to be done. Our policeman's lot is not a happy one.
That anybody who's British or comes from maybe Australia, New Zealand, South Africa or Canada for that matter, they are used to having the idea of British pantomime, which is about audience participation, about people knowing to say, oh no it isn't, oh yes it is, it's behind you. It's very sort of cliched, but that's what the appeal is for many people who've experienced British pantomime either professionally or local amateur productions in the past. And I just wanted to come along with this and say, let's have some fun.
There's nothing more Christmassy than the pantomime, and this was genuinely a lot of fun. It's still not too late to catch another pantomime here in Pattaya. Check out the PattayaPlayers.org website for the next dates. This is Dan Cheeseman reporting for Inspiry magazine, and I've had a great time.
At 6 o'clock, their mommies and daddies will take them home to bed, because they're tired little Teddy.